Oh, am I recording? No, I'm streaming. Okay, good. Mic looks like it's working. I'm gonna break my mic a little closer. There's always stuff that you have to do after you start, especially if you're a dum-dum like me. So essentially, I'm gonna bring Wolverine into Blender and just see what happens, see what I can do. So I actually have a few different versions of Wolverine. So let's just bring them all in and see what the deal is. So I'm going to save this as Wolverine. Let's just call it Wolverine Trio. And we'll go ahead and wait, where is this at? So we'll save that as Wolverine Trio. What's up? Yes, this is the Wolverine from the Udemy course. I've been wanting to bring him over into Blender for a while, but I've just been busy, you know, it's that time. Okay, so file, import, GLTF. Oh, I actually recorded. I actually have video that I haven't posted yet when I recorded doing the other colorways for the Wolverine suits. So I'll post that soon. I forgot I recorded that. Alright, so let's go here. Let's try Wolverine. Let's try the original Wolverine first. So let's import this and hope that all goes well. The file is a bit large. What's up, Rock? Anormal. Oh, why does that look so sweet in Blender? I didn't even do anything to it yet. He looks baller. He's big. Big boy. Alright, so do I want to resize them all at the same time? Let's take all this, I'm going to put it in project. This is going to be Wolvie Blue. Let's make a new one. I don't want it in here, I just want it on its own, bro. Wolvie Brown. Okay, so we have Wolvie Blue, Wolvie Black, Brown, and let's make a new one, Wolvie Omega. That's one that I just made up, so it's a colorway that I think looks pretty cool, but we'll see. So here's Wolvie Blue. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring them all in together so I can resize them all. It feels important. Actually, maybe I'll just leave him this size. Maybe I'll just make this bigger. This is just the empty that I'm going to use to rotate him to do a nice like turntable. So that's actually a good size. So let's bring in, actually let's take the focus ring. So the focus ring is also an empty. Thank you, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate both of you with the kind words about Wolverine. I had a lot of fun making him. I'm really happy how he turned out. Every time I do a sculpt, I'm really nervous. But in the end, it's like I have no, like I can't stop until it looks good. I'm very I feel like hard on myself isn't the right term. I'm very specific with how I want things to look, so sometimes I'll just go on and on for hours until I figure something out. Like faces, like human faces and stuff, I'm not that good at. I can do them, they just wind up taking a long time. Actually, it's kind of the same way drawing. I was kind of always the same way with drawing. Because you have to, it's not really like my strong suit, I wouldn't say. It's like human faces and things like that, and like likenesses. I'm not that good at it. Let's see if that worked. Okay, so I have the camera to focus on the focus ring, The focus ring is just this circular empty that I put in front of his face. So the camera is going to focus on that, and I have a very low shutter, not shutter speed, what is it called? A very low, I'm blanking. So in the camera you have f-stop, so I have a very low f-stop. That's why back here he's blurry. So that's all by design. I can change that so everything is in focus. But for right now I'm going to keep it on a shallow depth of field so his face is in focus and everything else is not. But it's pretty good for now. So let's bring in the other ones because I want to show you these other two Wolverines that I made. So let's hide Wolvie Blue. And let's bring in GLTF. Let's bring in Wolverine Brown. What's up, Portable? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not great at likenesses. Oh, that's right. You know what I did on this one? I changed his mouth a little bit to make it a little asymmetrical, which I have to start doing more often. But this is the Wolverine Brown one that I did. I like it. I'll change him. He's very glossy in all these, but I'll change those. So I'm gonna bring these into Wolvie Brown. Oh, wait a minute. Wolvie Blue. What did I just move? All these things. Let's bring all of these into Wolvie Brown. So that's Wolvie Brown. We have another one. Let's bring in Wolvie Omega. Import GLTF. Wolvie Omega. These files are kind of big, so that's why they're taking so long. So he's got the black underneath, and he's got the, oh yeah, I like it. It's good times. Let's bring all this into Wolvie Omega. Okay, so let's just start with Wolvie Blue for now. Okay. Alright, so first off, there's so many things you can do in Blender. It's fun. Okay, so let's check out the lighting first. Well, actually, let's go to the camera and turn off the depth of field just so we can see him fully. So we'll just turn off depth of field. Okay, and then we can adjust the roughness of everything and make it so he looks way more normal. Okay, that looks pretty good. So this is going to be Wolvie body. Oops, I don't know why I put a plus sign there. So this will be Wolvie body. So that'll be about how his face. I have to do his face too. Wolvie body. Oh, the skin. So here the skin is connected to the body, so I guess I'll just do it all the same, I think. Oh, also, I think I need to smooth shade everything. I didn't think about that. Let me grab everything. Oh, I wonder if this actually grabs everything. Oh, I don't think it does. Okay, Wolvie, I'm going to right click and select objects. So that should be everything. Yes, that's everything, and I want to smooth shade. Shade smooth. Okay, nice. So now let's go back here and let's just use Wolvie body. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. It's always so hard going back and forth between my laptop, which is a Mac, and this computer, which is a PC. It's always difficult. Wolvie. Oh, there it is, Wolvie body. Okay, that's better. What's up, GMA? Skillshare is exclusive, so I can't do things for both. So there's a chance it'll go to my Udemy, my Patreon for like a short amount of time. But this one is a Udemy class, and I have to just do ones for the specific platforms, because that's why I do so many different ones for so many different platforms, because there's people that like Udemy, then there's people that don't like, or there's people that are already signed up for Skillshare, then there's people that do Patreon. So like I'm literally just gonna go between them and do new ones for each. I think that's the only fair way to do it. I just wish I had more time. I think I want to make this more metallic. I don't know actually. It kind of looks nice, just plastic. The only problem is it needs like edge wear or something. I think it needs some edge wear. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but let's look in Blender Kit. Blender Kit's free add-on. It has amazing edge wear. Wait a minute, what do I want to call it? Wear? Should I just do wear? Edge wear. Just want to see how this edge wear looks. Now this is where it gets crazy. Compositor. Oh no, not Compositor. What am I talking about? Shader editor. View, frame all. This is where Blender gets crazy. Scale, let's try 1. Okay, that's better. What if we try 0.5? 0.05? Oh, that's crazy. So let's try 2. Okay, doesn't look great, but I wanted to see what it would look like. There's also some cool metals here too. Metal. There's some cool metals, but I don't know if I'm going to use any of these metals. It take a while to find a good one, or like what I'm looking for. Actually, plastic might look good for that too, actually. Plastic. See if there's anything with some like wear and tear on it. Why the heck is it that color? That's weird. Something like this that has a little bit. Is there something on my screen? Oh, there is. View, frame all. It's a bit tricky sometimes. You have to try to find the color. So here's the color. Oh, so this is the edge. So let's make this a little darker, and then let's change this color. Now I'm just trying to match this color up to everything else. can't tell why. I can't see why I'm not getting it. I think it needs to be a little bit more saturated. Oh, let's raise this. Ah, that looks nice. That looks good. So for this, I'm going to, I'll use this and then I'll change it. I'll just alter it a little bit. Maybe make it darker. And then also it's a little glossy, so I want to see if I can adjust that, but I'm not sure where it would even be here. Okay, so I need to find what's going into the roughness. Okay, so the roughness is here, so this is the color ramp. So the roughness I might be able to, I'm not sure if it's the color ramp. Yeah, it is the color ramp. Okay, I think that looks better. Oh, I like that. Okay. So also these have to be metal. So let's grab these and let's find a nice metal. Do you start off in Nomad and transfer to Blender? Oh, definitely start in Nomad. Yeah, this is all Nomad, and then I just now brought it into Blender. I should have did dynamic topology on the boots, but it looks good enough. What's up, Ta? Arcane Season 2. Nope, I have not. I've not seen that. I'm currently in your Skillshare class in Patreon. Should I sign up for Udemy? Udemy is it's like kind of like a la carte, as they say. So it's like class by class. But if you're on Patreon, I'm probably going to drop it on Patreon at a certain point in time in December. So it's available on Patreon if you want to take it sooner. But I think I'm going to drop it for a limited time on Udemy, just because I can. I already like uploaded the stuff there, but I intended it to be a Udemy class. The Patreon part of it is just kind of a bonus for people that have been supporting me there. So it'll be there. It'll be there in December for a certain amount of time, but I'll write it in the Patreon thing. Pesto, hey Dave, love your work and videos. I'm getting this course for sure. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your wife. Well, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving for you as well, and your family. Oh, Skillshare, GMA. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it for the one of the higher tiers for like maybe the whole month, and then I'll do like a limited window for the lower the $10 tier, only because like I'm kind of like selling myself short by doing that, but I feel like the Patreons are the real like people that are like supporting, so I'm okay with it. I'll eat that. I'll eat those sales a little bit because I appreciate my patrons, and it's cool that Udemy I can post in other places, but it's better if I just post it in one place. I think like I don't want to really have things on like too many. I'll just post it in one place, and I'll just continually go, Patreon, maybe like a Patreon specific, maybe Udemy, maybe Skillshare, and do that. Because this like it took me so long to do this. It takes so long. And another thing that's difficult is it's hard because this thing was like over 100 gigs. So it's like I'm constantly bringing like files over to my computer and I don't have enough space. So I just run into like space issues because like not only is it 100 gigs, but then I have to edit it and then export it. So the files need to like stay on the computer until everything is exported. until it's uploaded and I know that all the files are there, until I've done the time lapses. So I have to do all that stuff before I delete the original files. So it takes forever to do these. But I don't know. Is anyone else doing like these cool 3D stuff that's like really pushing the limits? Like I feel like people like sell like STLs of like really cool sculpts, but I don't really see tutorials where if you really want to see how someone does it, like you just see it all the way through. So that's kind of what I do. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Why do I feel like materials, let me see, search filters, both. Why do these say like, oh, I'm still in plastic. I thought it was in metal. I was like, why do these not look metal? They don't look as metal as the metal usually looks. So I need to find a good metal. Sometimes that can be kind of difficult. This will probably be too bright. It's actually dark. These are all like looking very dark. Oh, I don't know why I clicked on that. Oh, that's kind of cool, but that might be a little bit too. Oh, that kind of works. They're a little shiny. Are they a little too shiny, maybe? I think they're a little too shiny. That's a little better. It does look metal. Alright, and he also needs some more. Let's hit 0 so I can go back to. Also, I don't know if we want to use Sketchboard Pro. Shout out to Sketchboard Pro. The only thing I wish about Sketchboard Pro is I wish they had something so the iPad could like stand up like in the, like I use a like a water bottle in the little section because I like the Sketchboard Pro flat, but I like the screen to come up. And I'm probably a unique case because I can't put the whole thing up because I have other things sitting on it. So, and I'm recording from above it, so I'm a bit of a unique case. Okay, let's bring in some more light here. Front fill actually works well. So the front fill is just a point light that I have pretty much in front of them. Sometimes I put it like off to one side maybe. And he seems like he would have a light coming from above. Okay, so we have a light here. We'll make it a little bit. We want to make sure that those. Yeah, I really like this. I really like the lights that are there. Where's the other light? There should be another light that was already here. Back wall. Where is that? Oh, that's already a top-down light. So I don't really need this light. So we have back wall, which really is acting like a top-down light. Let's duplicate this. Shift D. I think it's Shift D. Shift D. X. No. Z. No. Y. Here we go. I want to put one on the back wall that's actually on the back wall. I'm going to call this top down. This one I'm going to call, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm going to put it on the side. I have to figure out, there's like a special thing where you can get like a nice, let's put this to local so I can more easily control the light. There's like something where you can kind of give them like a glow like around them. I don't know how to do it though. There's so much I don't know how to do in Blender. It's like, it's insane. What else did I want to do? What was I trying to do just now? Oh, I want to change the light from ellipse to a rectangle. And I wanted to point this kind of behind him and see if I can get that nice glow that I was telling you about, but manually with the light. There we go. So I can kind of see it here. I'll put it to 1000. So then it should be uber bright. Okay, and I'm just going to probably slide it over a little bit. You can kind of see it on the bottom. I hate that. It's a bit hard to see if I bring the bottom up. Will that help? Let's put it to 500 and see what happens. Okay, oh well. It looks nice, but I don't like the glare on the floor. I think it looks terrible. And what's going on with the floor? Kind of like that. It would be easier if I could move the light back a little bit. Let's move this back. And let's move this back. Okay. So now let's try moving this light back so we just have it's still too bright. Even if we change, oh no, multiple importance is already off. So I guess the floor is just a bit too shiny. So let's take, let's go into the floor and change the specular down. Will that even help us? Wait, what is this? Does that help us? No. It does not. It's not as bad. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done with this dumb light. Oh, the roughness up is I still see it. Let's make it white too. Okay, anyway, also this affects the light as well. So this is the world settings. So you can also adjust the world, like the lighting. As you can see, if I bring that all the way down, then now we're just dealing with the lighting from my lights, and that's it. So sometimes it's a little bit of a better gauge of what everything is looking like. I guess I'll keep it everything a little bit more lit. Sometimes I do a lot and it's very, very dark. I do want to bring in some backgrounds too, though. I guess I'll bring those in later. Okay, so let's play with the lights actually. Let's bring this down. Let's turn these off and just see what the lights are doing here. So there's that light. That light. This is the back light. Oh, you know what might be? I need to check out this light. Oh, so this is at 90. So what if I put the spread at like 20? What does that look like? Ah, I think that's what I needed. I think that's what I needed. To just put that at 20, I think I might be able to bring it in even closer, which will give me a better rim light. That rim light is money. Okay, so here's the top down. Okay, it's got like a very wide spread. Let's see if we can change this to 75. So it's more like a spotlight-ish. So when you do that, it actually gets, the light gets more harsh. So I'm going to change it from 1000 to 500. And it looks good. That looks pretty good. Let's change it to 300. That looks nice. That looks nice. Let's see if I can adjust the floor. Oh, you know what I did? I think I turned the reflective. Why don't I see his feet anymore? Oh, wait, what did I just do? Let's keep that down. I meant to do, no, that is specular. Roughness. Okay, well, we're still seeing the lights. Butt monkey. Okay, we'll just keep it. We'll keep it rough for now. Although I want to change it really, really bad. I want to change it to something. Let's change it to something cool. So, Wolverine. Where's floor? There's floor and then there's tiles. And there's a lot. Why am I on food? What are we doing, bro? Like a nice dark gray tile that feels like the lobby of the X-Men office or something. Definitely don't want wood. Alright, I give up. I don't see any floors I like. Let's try tiles. This is the fun part. The fun part is like you get to do all these cool like tiles and whatnot. I feel like I want something dark though. That's kind of cool. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, looks crazy. So I have to change this to, let's try 5. Nope. Let's try 0.1. 0.05. That's probably better, but let's just stick to the, getting ahead of myself here. Let's just stick to the regular. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's bring up the ambient light. Actually, we gotta get something on his face though. We need something on his face. So let's do front fill again. But it's like lightening, it's lightening up everything. So let's go to the light and let's change the radius to be smaller. Let's change this light to 250. Because 1,000 for the fill light is crazy. It's bananas. Might do something a little warm, maybe. Maybe something a little warm, maybe a warm key light. Let's find a key light. Let's do 200. Soft fall off. Okay. Let's do global so I can move this light around. Maybe we'll make it a little warm. And then maybe we'll make the top down a little bit bluish. It's usually nice to have a cool color and a blue, a cool and warm. Okay, I think I like it. I think I like it. I think I might want to make this a little bit darker. It's one thing I hate about Blender. It's like anytime you go to the object window, why would you not just have all of the nodes automatically be visible? Like, why would you hide them and put them over here? I hate it. It doesn't make any sense. There's some things. Blender is a brilliant program. I don't know why I'm stuttering. Blender is a brilliant program, but some of like the most simplest tasks, the simple time-saving things, are just like idiotically done. It makes no sense. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I think I want to darken this up a little bit, perhaps. Do I want to change the color? Red floor is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. What color is this red floor? This red floor is whatever this is. Control C, and then we'll go to the backdrop, and let's just enter it in. Control V. We'll just make it match up. Let's bring up the color a little bit. Let's bring up the lighting. Okay, I mean, it looks cool. Looks interesting. I didn't know if I want to change the camera to perspective. I think right now it's orthographic. Let's see what happens in perspective. Ooh, I think I like orthographic better. I like orthographic better. I was also thinking about adding a background. So let's see what a background would look like. Control A, I think. Image. Mesh plane. Mesh plane. I like to do principled. I like to change it to emission for the material, so that'll bring the background in, and it'll make it emit light. So instead of like having to shine a light on it, like it was like a canvas, it kind of makes it so there's like a movie screen behind him. But what background do I want? Let's look at my downloads. Oh, this is kind of nice. That kind of feels like okay, so there's a few I wanted to bring in, actually. I think I'm just going to bring them all in. So I'm going to bring all 3 in, move them back. Alright, let's start one by one. This is like super X-Men-y. Oh, should I, the camera might be up a bit high. What if I think that might look a little bit better. Okay, so there's that. So now the floor definitely has to change. I might not even need these backgrounds anymore. Let's just hide them. And let's add a mesh cube. We'll size it up. I don't know why I like to do a cube. I think for like the materials. Okay. Let's get it together. For the materials, I just think they work better as a cube. So we'll do it kind of like this. We'll stretch it out. Stretch it out a little bit. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I just want it to line up to the floor. And now I want it to line up to his feet. So we'll just move it up. I'm on the wrong thing. We'll just move this down. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, so now I do want to use metal again for the floor. So we'll just find metal. We'll start with this, even though that might not be the right thing, but we'll start here. Let's try 0.1. Since I can't see any of the breaks. It's a little bit better, but let's try to find something better. I have a metal that I bookmarked that I like to use. Metal plates. I think this is the same thing that we're using. It looks very similar. 0.01. Actually 0.1 is probably better. So what I'm doing when I'm changing the numbers, it's because oh, you know what I didn't do for this? You have to hit Control A and like I don't know what you call it. You have to, when you change this, when you change the size of a mesh, you have to like, I don't know, like accept like the changes as like normal. I don't know, I can't remember what you call it, but it's kind of annoying. 0.005. Oh, those are too big. 0.010. I don't know. Oh, that's way too big. 0.02, 0.05. Okay, that's a little bit better. But I think we can do better than that. I think I like this metal. But what I was saying is, the reason I'm pressing like 0.01, when you do like tutorials and things, and it's good to do tutorials when people walk you through making different materials, because there's a ton of materials here, but what's really important is knowing how to go into the materials and say, oh, I want to change the color or change the size or whatever. And another weird thing about Blender is, like, I think it makes everything really big, so if you just import something into Blender, it's going to be like really, really huge. You would never know it if you were just looking at it. Like, if you look at this Wolverine, you wouldn't know that, like, oh, when you bring it into Blender, the size is like super, super, super huge. So what happens is all of the materials are like created by data, and the data is usually very, very small. So you have to adjust like the scales so that it looks right. If that makes sense. It's annoying, but ooh, sci-fi panels. Let's see if these guys work wonders. Oh man, I'm using like the silicone watch band, but it always makes my wrist itch. It's so annoying. Oh, Batman and Spider-Man, those were fun. Those are fun. Those are long courses, very long courses. I'm trying to do more long ones. I actually have to do some more beginner ones, but I've been really trying to, now that I have like a few different avenues to like make classes. Like, I really want to do like just like the long classics. I love making characters like this, and I feel like I don't really see people like taking the. I feel like I don't see people doing like these kind of characters. Like, people just like love X-Men and stuff like that. And I need to practice like doing X-Men type characters. So it made sense. Oh, let's adjust this. What is this? What are you? What window? Oh, am I scaled out? I was so confused for a second. So let me go to the scale and do 0.1. See what we get. Still looks weird. 0.05. Still looks a bit strange. 0.01. Oh, that's better. That's kind of cool. I feel like that works. I feel like it makes sense. Looks like my backdrop is a little bit... See, I don't know if you can see it too well here, but this is the frame, and it looks like my backdrop is a little bit too small for the frame. So let's take the backdrop and make it a wee bit bigger. Nice. And let's make sure, let's move it up. Ooh, it'd be kind of nice to do a line back there, a light. Okay, so I think that's pretty good, actually. The only thing I would want to change on this, let's see if I can. I want to plug in like an ambient occlusion. I would have to plug it into the... It already has a bunch of stuff going to the normal, though. I know, it's stuff I'm talking about. It kind of sounds like mumbo jumbo right now. That's okay. We'll just leave it. Okay, so this actually looks pretty good, but it's way too bright for this backdrop now. Let's take the camera and let's put depth of field back on. But let's put it up to like maybe 3. why do these look, the floor looks so glossy? I gotta make sure multiple importance is off. Multiple importance is off. It looks pretty cool. I like it, but I kind of want it to be a little bit more dynamic somehow. I'm not exactly sure what I'm missing. It usually comes down to just like lighting, to be honest. Let's see what Sci-Fi Grid looks like. I usually don't, oh, that's way too big. Point. It's interesting. I like it. Okay, so I like it, but for now, let us. Where is this at? Oh, that's cube. Let's put it in background. I just want to put the cube in the background, and we'll hide it for now. And I want to put this in the background. And we'll hide that, and we'll bring the other backdrop back. Well, let's take a look at these. So here's another cool background. Let me turn the camera, let me turn depth of field off. So here's another option for the background. Backdrop. So the cool thing about this is you can actually use some of these colors to like make the coloring on him a little bit more cool. He would look good with a floor though. So let's bring back let's just use let's use cube. And let's just use, alright, I can't even see. I have to like sit back so far from my computer. Let's use tiles. Let's just switch to a tile. So we'll switch to a tile. We need to switch this to. So I'm sure you can imagine now how like I get stuck doing this for like hours and hours and hours. 0.001. Oh, that looks crazy. 0.05. That still looks a bit weird. I feel like something just like normal would work better. Like a normal glossy, like. Let's see what these tiles look like. Why can't I get a nice bigger tile? Oh well, that actually looks pretty cool anyway though. But he looks a bit, he doesn't pop enough. So what I think I would need to do, and the reason why I think that he doesn't look dynamic enough is because of the camera. The angle's just like a little bit too static. So I'm going to go to the camera and I am going to switch it to perspective. I think he needs to be a little bit closer. So I need to figure out how we want to do this. I think it's bringing it further out and then focusing closer so I can get more of him into the frame. It's like I'm always trying to remember all the photography stuff. That's what makes it hard sometimes. Now I'm too far back. Okay, so let's do the focal length. Let's move in close. It's a little difficult to get them all in frame. That's a pretty cool frame. The only problem is let's make the background bigger. Maybe that'll help us out. Let's make the camera bigger. What do we think about this backdrop? Do we want a different backdrop? Is the other backdrop better? Let's make this wider. Oh, at least now we can kind of see. What's up, yours truly? Sunflower, good to see you guys. Totally my era. Yeah, my era as well. My era as well. I used to love comic books. I'm older than you by 1 year. I was born in 81. What am I thinking about this Wolverine? It's just the camera is bugging me. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and link him. I'm gonna take all of this, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna duplicate this. Shift D. Did I just move it? I hate when I do that. Shift D, enter. I'm going to move one into each one of these. Shift D, enter. I'm going to move this into Movie Omega. I'm going to take all of this, well, maybe not the backgrounds. Move these up into background. I want to take all of this and then control click on that one. And then, is it control P? Yes. Transform object. So now it's connected. I'm going to take my frame here. I'm going to put it to 220. And bring this over. So this is literally just the two keyframes that I use for a turntable. I want to make sure that's in 21. Yes, it is. So now at least I can like turn him. Okay, so I'm going to turn him. this would look so cool if I could get more of him in camera. Okay, so now that I did that, I want to use... Okay, where's this key light at? Okay, so this key light is here. I'm going to change it to an area light, and I'm going to change it to a rectangle, I think. Change it to a rectangle. I'm going to change this to 500. I just need the lighting to be a little bit more dynamic because it's like not very exciting right now. So I want to put that there, and I'm going to make it like a more saturated yellow. 180 is fine. Let's change this to 90. So that should make it a lot more harsh. I'm going to move it back over here so it kind of looks like it's coming from the wall. I think top down we had a blue light. Is this the blue light? Yeah, so that's the blue light. Let's change that to make it a richer blue. And maybe we'll make it coming from back here, so it almost feels like it's coming from that blue light behind him. So we'll give him a little bit of backlight there. I'll make this 500. Make that light pretty harsh. Still, I want to be... Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. Let me change this to local. Okay, at least he's in frame now. At least he's in frame. So that's a win. What else do I need to do with him? Do I want to do front fill? I'm not seeing like enough of him. Oh, this is the other key. So maybe the other key, let's do something like a pink. Move it back a bit. That's kind of nice. Can be a little smaller maybe. Okay, I like that. So now we had another light. Where was the other light that we put? Oh, in the back. This one. Let's make this other glow. Let's make this a really bright yellow light. Let's try to get that edge light on him. So let's make this yellow. Again. Let's put it to 1,000. Just see what happens. Really don't see much on him. I don't see much of like of what I want on him. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's worth it. Because even when I'm right up next to him, I don't see this light. Why don't I see it? That's okay. So we'll turn this one off for now. Let me see what happens if we raise this a little bit. The ambient light. And let's see what happens if we change the color of it. See if we get anything cool. Ooh, purple looks kind of cool. Purple looks legit. Okay, so we still need another bright light on his face. For sure. So we have these lights. Sun, that's not going to do anything. Here's another key. Where is this? It's in the background. Okay, so we need something with front fill. Maybe we'll do... What's up, Selenia? Good morning, Han. Shout out to Han. What's going on? It's been a while. Yours truly. I just started 3D art. I used your Udemy course. Nice. That's what I love to hear. Always so glad to hear that. GMA, Double Gum sells comic shaders. Maybe some comic elements in the background. That'd be cool. That would actually be pretty fresh. I should look into that. I need to put some texture on the skin too, I think. Oh, I wanted to make the eyes glowing. Let's do that. That's easy. I think I want to make the claws glowing too. I saw something where he had like these glowing pink claws. I was like, I'm down for that. Alright, so what am I doing? Oh, the eyes. Is this the eyes? Wait, am I on the eyes? The eyes should just be like a few little dingy things. There we go. So let's change the emission strength. So make these nice and bright. Yes. Let's check out the claws. I know I have cool claws here, but I can always come back. I can always come back. Let's add, actually let's do this. Let's make it, how do I want to do this? Let's go to my material here and just erase this. Let's add a new one. Let's make it pink. I might not keep this, but I'm going to try it. Why not? So we'll go pink. And we have to keep it fairly low so it does glow. Okay. Okay, all the lights are on. All the lights are on. And the sky is gray. That's what I actually do when I'm just like working. I'm always singing something random. But do I want it right in his eyes? Because that's going to take away from his eyes glowing. Do I want it like over here or something? Also, do I have the scatter box? I don't. Let's try the scatter box. So I'm going to go Shift A, Mesh, Cube. I'm going to make it really big, really big. And we're going to move it back. I'm going to go like this. Move it up. So what is a scatter box? Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Do you also sculpt in Blender? I have one Skillshare class. I have one Skillshare course where I create a full sculpt in Nomad and then I bring it over into Blender. That's my very first kind of beginner's introduction to Blender. I play around with it on like my YouTube videos, but that's the only like legit course. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to do it in my way, which is like walking through everything slowly, because Blender tutorials are just like nightmares, at least for me. So I have this box here, so we're gonna add a new material, and we're gonna take the principal BSDF and get rid of that and add a, what is it called? Scatter? Is it scatter? Volume scatter? So we'll add a volume scatter and we'll plug it into volume, I think. And I think I have a shortcut. Is it Shift D or is it just D? Display as bounds. I don't remember how to get to it the long way, but it's like display as, and I can display it as bounds. So it's still a cube, but all you're seeing is the lines. So, but I don't see the density or anything. Oh, I get it. I get it. So let's change this to 0.01. See that? I don't know if this actually helps. You can add like the atmosphere, but I don't really. This doesn't really look. It doesn't look great. I need to work on that. Like these numbers, like why would you like 0.002 and whatnot? It's like, what are you guys doing? Like just make it normal, so we can just put like 1 through 100 or something. 0.002, 0.001. Height it. Why aren't you? There we go. 0.001. I don't even know what this does. But anyway, let's see. Let's make sure all the lights are on that are supposed to be on. Oh, this. That's the backdrop. Let's see if it looks. My phone keeps telling me that I need to stand up. We'll go back to where it was. I think it looked better. It still feels a little dark to me though. So I feel like I want to add one more light somewhere. Maybe even, let's take this key light. Let's move it up here. Yeah, we'll give it a little blue up there. Let's take a look. Give it a little blue, I think. Do we want to add a different color? So we want to add a little green in there? I mean, there's nothing really green in the background. But that doesn't mean that it won't work. I kind of like that green. Huh. Well, we'll see what happens. So let's, I'm also going to use the Compositor. So that'll help me to, let me check my render settings. Max sample is 300, okay. Size is, that's the size. Do I want to do bigger? We'll just do it like this for now. Let's go back to the camera and let's check out the focus ring. Let's do depth of field. Depth of field might not work too well now. Focus ring, focus ring. Something like that looks kind of nice. Background's got a little distance to it. Makes him pop a little bit more. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's see how it, actually, let's see if it's in focus. It's pretty much in focus. This needs to be, this is the eyelash. So let's turn the specular down on that. These are the teethies. Let's make those glossy. I don't want to see any light shining off of them. This is the skin. Skin can be more rough. It's way better. Oh, you know what I didn't do though? So here's the skin. I forgot to do. So here's the body. So let's do add ambient occlusion. And then we'll add, what is it? Color ramp. So we'll add that. I should save this. Okay, so color ramp. I'll connect these, switch these two around. I don't know why, but it just works better when you switch them around. You'll see in a moment. Shift A, diffuse. We'll just add that here, and then Shift A and mix shader. So these are nodes. I'm using nodes to control a lot of the materials. So I'm gonna hit Control C, even though it probably won't copy. Let's see if it copies. Control V, Control V. See, why are you not Control C, Control V? Thank you. It never works the first time I do it. It's like, I think I'm crazy or something. So I'm going to plug that in. You see it got a little darker. And I'm going to use this ambient occlusion. I'm going to plug the color into the factor. Yeah. The color into the factor. So I should have a little bit more control over the ambient occlusion. So if I go like this, you see that the shadows are doing more now. So let's add some more shadows. That makes sense. This is more like the very edge of the shadows. Okay, so that looks good. But then also you can add, well, this is the distance. So I usually like to increase that as well. Let's lessen this so it's not so harsh. And then you can put the diffuse, which changes the color. You can see now it's like kind of whitish. This is where you can see it really well. I'll change this to like darker, kind of orangey, kind of brownish color. Oh man, why are you like lagging a little bit? Probably because this file is so huge. So we'll do that. We'll make it like that color. Actually, I don't know how it'll look on these areas. Well, it looks okay. Yeah, I think it looks okay. So, well, that's also going to change for the head, because I think we're using the same material, so that's fine. This leather, or this belt, I want to change to a leather. So let's do a quick save. I haven't found a nice one yet, and your videos are just the best. I'll check it out. I'll check out your courses. Yeah, that's one of my latest skill. Actually, it is my latest Skillshare course. I spent a lot of time on that one too. Blender is just, it's so involved that I really wanted to try and start out in a more like attainable steps and goals. But it's just very difficult, you know. It's like, because you have a lot going against you unless you have like the really good computer and like all that stuff. There's just a lot going against you, so it can be a little bit challenging. It just takes time to like get started, really. That's the main thing. It just takes a long time to get started. I think he needs something to shine off of his teeth, I feel like. So what is this edge like? Where are you? What are you doing? Are you giving me anything? Can't really see what it's doing. Let's put 2000 just so I can see it. Do I see anything? I can kind of see it now. That's a nice glow. I might just keep it. It is kind of a nice glow. We'll keep it for now. I'll do Shift D, X, no, Z, sure, Z. So we'll take this, we'll spin it around. Let's make it really thin, maybe. Let's dial it down so it's not so bright. Oh, these lights are killing me, aren't they? Let's do 400. I have a lot of lights in this scene. It's not good. I just want to see if I can get this to shine off of his teeth. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. Teeth should be shiny. Let me make sure I didn't change any settings. Specular, no, that's fine. Oh well. Anyway, so back to the belt. Let's go to leather. Thought I had one saved that I really liked, but I don't see it up here. I find that unhelpful sometimes. Because I know I had like some leathers that like I use often and I just save them, but let's see what this leather looks like. So I gotta go back to the camera and turn off depth of field so I can actually see. Can't really see it. Let's go with 1 and see. Ooh. 5. Let's do 0.1. Why can I not see anything now? Oh, I don't know what I did, but that kind of worked. That looks more like a leather. But now it's just the color. Base color. The problem with these colors is because this material is, maybe I can put it through another, that's not gonna work. Oh, actually maybe it will. Let's try. Principle B. I don't know if I can plug this in anywhere. No, I don't think I can. I'm not gonna stand. I'm busy. Let's just add color. No, I can't add that in either. Let's see if I get rid of this. Okay, so now what if I change the base color here? I just want that material. That looks pretty good. It still looks like leather. It looks more like, it's a little shiny, but it'd be too difficult to adjust the roughness. Unless I just get rid of it again. Oh wait, did I get there? Oh, here's roughness control. Let's go back actually. I'm really just like waiting for this to crash on me. So here's roughness control, so that should help us. Oh, I can hear the raccoon in the backyard. Okay, we'll go with that. I like that. Okay, I think I want to make this glow. So we'll go to emission. Let's make it red, and let's just give it like a little bit of a cool little glow there. And this will be black metal. Here we go with the metal again. It can just be like our, oh yeah, that's perfect. Dirty metal is perfect. Okay, nice. Let's save this. Alright, let's just render it and see what it looks like. I didn't check to see if all my lights were... Oh yeah, I have them on. It's annoying that you have to have both the camera part on and the light, the little eyeball on. I always like accidentally have one off and then I'm just like a dum-dum. He'd also be cool, just like a black background and like very little lighting. He would also, it would look nice, I think. Oh, where am I? Did I finish the, Okay, so here's the render. Looks pretty cool. Oh, did I forget to turn? I did. Okay, that's not bad. Let's close this. I want to open the compositor, so that's going to be, let's put use nodes. So I kind of already have it set up with like a glare and stuff like that, although I don't see the image. That would help. Let's go to rendering and let's open a new window. Which, by the way, opening up new windows is going to be is a nightmare that you will soon get to know if you open up Windows. Let's change this to Compositor. So that should have what we need. There we go. Oh, what is this? Why is that white there? Okay, so fog glow, high. Threshold. A lower threshold would be more of a ooh, not a good. Alright, let's try to take it off of this mix. Okay, so that makes it a bit darker. Size will go to 9. Oh, that's really a glow. This is the only thing that's weird. I think it's this side light here. Other than that, I think it looks kind of cool. Okay, let's go back to my animation window here. I don't see it, but I see it there. What's up with that? Alright, let's take this and let's just put it down to 1000. We'll see if that changes anything. We'll go to the camera and turn it back on depth of field. And let's render that and see what it looks like. Renders take forever, FYI. I recently got a computer that can handle fairly decent renders, because it's just an investment that I felt like was worth it, because Blender just everything takes forever in Blender. It takes a lot. Blender's a very heavy. Oh, I like it, but I don't like that. I don't know what's up with that. And I don't know what this is. I think that looks cool. I'm excited about that. Let's take this light and turn it off. Let's see if we still get it. The more lights and stuff you add, the longer that this stuff will like take. And also, I only have it on 300 samples, which isn't too bad. Oh, that's. Oh no, it's something about the. Okay. So I can actually turn that light back on, because it's totally something with the compositing that's making it do that. Okay, purple does look better. So we'll do a quick render of this. Let's render this image. Oh, okay. So what are you guys up to? For those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, do you guys have anything that you're cooking / making? I'm going to be cooking all day tomorrow. I was going to start tonight, but I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to make pancakes. My wife and I are going to be going down to New Jersey to visit my family. I'm going to be making pancakes, mostly for me and whoever else is up in the morning. But I'm going to make like a few batches. I'll bring that. I'm making stuffing. I bought these croissant rolls, croissants, and I bought pretzel buns, and I'm going to make turkey, and by turkey I mean chicken. I'm going to make like chicken salad sandwiches with some stuffing and cranberry sauce, and I bought gravy, and I bought cornbread and creamed corn. And I gotta cook something for my wife too. This like dish with like roasted Brussels sprouts and squash and chopped up dates and like maple syrup, some other things. It was good. It's actually more like a healthier meal, but it's good. Oh, and I'm making sweet potatoes, so I bought like 2 bags of sweet potatoes, dark brown sugar. I have plenty of butter, and I have a bunch of marshmallows, because I have leftover marshmallows from our wedding. So I'm going to make sweet potato casserole, and then when I get to my parents, I'm going to put the marshmallows and bake it with the marshmallows on top. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Let's go back to the render window, and let's figure out how to get rid of this. Okay, so first, let's try, if we do the image down, if we do the size down, that doesn't make a difference. Okay. But that looks better. But why? Is it just the compositor? Alright, what if I X the whole thing? Oh, then I don't see anything. Image. Okay, image to image. All right. I see what we're doing here. So essentially, you're not going to make it easy for me to do this. Maybe there's a, let me check. Maybe there's like a light passing through it or something. Maybe it's this light. Let's hide this and see what happens. When I do the turntable, I should do a slow and like move the backdrop up. That would be nice. That would look kind of cool. Mexico, so just another Thursday. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Okay, alright. So I can't really figure out that stupid thing, but that's okay. It's a shame though. Alright, let's see if we do bloom. Bloom is bananas. His eyes are super bright with bloom. What was the metal I used for these before? Let's go back to animation. What was the metal I used? F metal. There's a bunch of F metals. I don't remember which one is which. Okay. Alright, let's not play games anymore. So I'm just going to, export one a little bit higher res, and then I'm going to call it a day. And we'll switch to the other one and just do regular backdrop. Plain backdrop. Let's do 150. So we'll do 150 here, and we'll just render this out. And I'll put this, I'll upload it on my Patreon. I'll upload all these on my Patreon. So, so you guys can check them out. Why not? Oh, my feet are cold. But luckily I have a heated I have like a heat pad because my feet get really cold in my room. They get stupid cold. Nice. I wanted these to glow a bit more, but you know what? I'll take it. Let's save as, so this is going to be Wolvie A. Boom. So we'll just save this. Where is this? Blender project files. I don't even know where this is. I should just save it to my other computer. Let's just save it here. So it'll be a little slower because I'm saving it to my other computer, but that's alright. But I really want to just do a plain background. I have a lot of fun making these backgrounds, but I just want to do a plain background. And I forgot to change the boots, so it's looking kind of crazy. All right, it's taking too long to save. Let's move on. Thank you. Okay, so we got that. We got the shot. So now let's change this. All right, I'm gonna go super fast because it's bedtime for me. So I'm going to, oh, what was it called? I think it was just called white. I think that's what I named the floor. The floor is just white. We'll change this color to a gray. So let's take all this saturation out of it. Maybe like a brown. No, let's do gray. We'll keep it white. So let's hide this. I don't think we want to do the other backdrop, although that's pretty cool. Oh, that's so weird. Wait a minute, what's going on here? What is even happening? Oh, I think it might be just because of the light, actually. Is it? Is that what's happening? Oh yeah, it's just because of the light. Okay. Let's just hide these lights for now. Let's change this back to, although that looks kind of cool. Not gonna lie, that looks cool. Let's hide this and bring up back the other backdrop. I don't even know what I'm seeing right now. What am I seeing? Am I seeing the cube? Or am I just seeing the backdrop? So I have backdrop and backdrop alt because sometimes I don't want the lights to reflect off the backdrop, but I do want them to, no wait. Sometimes if I want to make the floor reflective but the backdrop not, that's why I have two. So we'll make this white, we'll take the saturation out. So now it just looks like one backdrop, except I can make the floor a little more glossy if I want to. So I can turn the roughness down. I can change the metallic, I think will make it a little bit more shiny as well. So I can change that. I think I can change the IOR if I want it to be a little bit more reflective, which is kind of nice. So we have an edge there. So now I'm just going to kind of look at the lights. Which these lights all look terrible. Top down looks okay. I gotta get some sleep too. Appreciate you swinging by. And appreciate the Thanksgiving love. Yeah, I get so obsessed with Blender, but everything just takes so long, especially because I wind up like just experimenting a lot. Okay. What happens if I make it dark? I should make it a little bit brighter. Let's try making this. I struggle so hard with like doing like bright scenes. Like I always want everything to be so dark. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to take the saturation out. 5, let's do 120. So it's like a softer light. Make the floor a little more shiny. I like it. I like it. Let's see if I like this better. Okay, what happens if it's closer? I kind of like it a little bit closer. What if I put the light more on its side? I'm going to do global, so now I can just easily move it back and forth. The lighting looks nice. It definitely needs some texture. So let's see if I can easily add a bump node. So usually it's a bump node, texture. Wait, which noise texture? Noise texture, that's what it was. Noise texture. Let's move these over here. So I believe it's bump noise texture. Then I tap this and hit Control T. There we go. I'm going to put the factor into the height. That's bananas. But I can change the scale up to like 250. Detail, I'll put that up. Still looks crazy. That's okay. I don't know if this will do anything. 0.1. No, that doesn't really help me. Let's go in close and see what's happening. So let's take the distance down, like 0.01. Let's bring the strength down. Okay, so at least there's a little texture there. And maybe a light on the back wall would actually be nice. No, that doesn't. I don't like that at all. I like it better like this. But I think I feel like I should separate the head, because I feel like this is a little too shiny. So I'm going to Control C, I'm going to copy all this, and then I'm going to go to Materials. I'm going to get rid of it, add a new oh, I can't, can I? I can't. Okay, let me think. Oh, I have to do this. So I change it from, okay, so now we have two different materials. So now I should be able to go in and change the specular on this by itself. Perfect. I just want the head to be a little less shiny. Oh, the boots as well. Boots are killing me. Okay, and do we like the camera? The camera might be nice, like off to one side. Wait, what's going on here? Let's do the camera over a bit. Usually it looks better if he's like off center, I think. Although we do have to stretch these. All right. Check our lights. Just make sure there's no other like lights that will look cool. Oh, the pink actually looks kind of nice. The edge looks nice. I can't remember what I did to, I think I put this to 20. That's kind of nice. Let's go ahead and give it a render, and we'll see. Actually, let's check the focus. Camera. Oh, focus. Oh, it's on. It's on, baby. Let's render it and see what it looks like. Oh. I don't know what. Sometimes I get this like weird pain in my shin. I'm not sure what it's from. I've yet to be able to figure out what this pain is from. Oh, it looks pretty clean. I think on Procreate I'm gonna have to add some nice like aura to those blades, but maybe I should just make like regular metal blades. It looks pretty good, but that glow looks crazy on the eyes. So let's go into rendering. Let's see how fog glow is looking for us. Try to get it a little brighter. That looks nice. I think we'll save it. Let's go ahead and zoom in all the way. Ah. It doesn't look clear, but I think it might be just because it's so far away. Zoom in and make sure everything's in focus. I mean, it looks pretty much in focus. B. Save. I think I want to do some darker ones as well. And this is one of the only reasons I do this on live stream, because it's so much to like record, and then I'll get yelled at for not like editing it down. It just takes too long. Unless it's a course, like I can't go through like hours of video and edit it down. Okay, nice. So let's go to animation. Let's hide this. Cool thing is we can usually just use these. Wolvie body 1. Oh, I should have labeled the other belt and stuff. I have an idea. Let's bring back blue. Let's take this and label this belt. Boots. Dirty metal X. Let's label these. Oh no, I want the eyes, baby. I want the eyes. Eyes, skin, so this will save me from having to do all this stuff again on the other model. I think that's everything. Oh, this is the belt inner, I think. The boots. Okay. No, I didn't mean to do that. eyes, skin, boots, dirty metal X. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Dirty. The only thing I didn't do was that I don't remember which metal this was. Super annoying. Oh, I can't even see it. Oh, I think that's okay. Alright, so we'll be brown. Let's select objects. Let's make sure we select this last. Oop. Parent that. Make sure we go to the soles and add some roughness to the soles. Add some more shadows to the floor a little bit. For this, I want to add a little bit darker. Yeah. Also, he looks a little shiny still, so I'm going to put the roughness up a little bit. I don't know why I wanted to change the orthographic, but I did, apparently. Oh, I have to change this. What's up, Dodge? I'm good. Things are good. I'm staying up a little bit past my bedtime, unfortunately. I think it's because of the way I'm sitting. I think when I sit for too long, it causes some like nerve pain in my shins. But I can't help it. But I think that means I need to go to sleep. But other than that, I'm good. You know, getting older. Aches and pains. Being annoying. But you know, what can you do? Oh, I don't like this light here. Where did you come from? Is it this? Oh, it is. Oh. What a butt monkey. There you go. At least it's out of the frame now. Get rid of it. Let's get rid of it, and then let's... How many lights do we have? We only have one light on. So now I'm just adjusting the light a little bit. Probably make it a little smaller. Yeah, I think when I sit too long, I mess myself up. It's kind of interesting. I can't tell if I like it from one side or not. Or if I like it like straight over top, or if I like it coming from one side. Let's render it and see. But anyway, I think I'm gonna run so I can get ready for bed, so I don't stay up too late because I have a long day tomorrow. But I appreciate everyone hanging out. I'm gonna render these up. I might wake up in the morning and do some more rendering, and then I'll add them to my Patreon. I think this looks cool. I'm gonna save it. But I think for now, I think we're tapped out. But he's looking cool. So I only have Wolverine Omega after this that I'll make I'll render it out in image and I'll put him on my Patreon. But thank you guys again for hanging out. I know Blender can be a little bit boring, way more boring than Nomad, but you can just do so much with it. So I try to like tell people that it's definitely worth it. If you do Nomad stuff, it's worth it to bring it over into Blender. You just have so much more control over the lights. But the flip side of that is it can take forever because there's just so much cool stuff you can do. It's actually insane. I'm gonna bring the light down really low. Maybe I'll even get rid of the floor. Just get rid of these. And maybe just... Oh, I didn't even rotate this. I didn't even look at Mr. Omega. Wolverine Omega. So this is body. This is body 1. Boots. It's so hard to get his eyes. Oh. No. Those are the lashes. Teeth, this is belt. maybe we want to give the blades a red glow. Ooh. I didn't even adjust the base color on these. Let's take the camera and tone it down a little bit. Let's select everything. Control, select that. Parent all of this. And I do that so I can move them around. All right, bedtime. I'm out of here.